Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Contest of Speed. We are here for round 8, and we get ourselves over to the mighty Belgium. Spa-Francorchamps, 7 kilometers long, the longest track in the calendar, with its 19 turns, 2 DRS zones, 2 detection points, 10 turns to the left, 9 turns to the right, and the Camel Straight making up 1 whole kilometre of the 7 kilometres you must navigate around this very long and can be treacherous track. It is one of those tracks that can certainly catch out a lot of drivers, especially as you try and hold it flat through Pouhon corner, a corner that's been known to make drivers' names or send them packing out of the field. My name is Corey Brooks, one of your 2 commentators for this evening. Join with me in the comms booth, it is not Tom Carter.
Good evening, everyone. I'm very, very excited. And I've just seen, looking up at my screen, that it is a wet track at the moment. We've got rain in qualifying, but I'm very excited here. We're going to be navigating the trees. It's not the Ardennes, is it? We're not in the Ardennes, are we? Is it the Ardennes forest? I'm not sure, but I know that's nearby anyway. But we're surrounded by wildlife anyway. Some beautiful scenery to look at today while we're looking at some good racing. But yeah, I'm very excited. How do you feel, Brooksy?
I'm very, very happy indeed, and looking forward to what could be a very spicy Spa-Francorchamps. It's one of the tracks, again, with only 19 turns. It's got some huge, long back straights, so the slipstream is going to be mighty powerful here, along with that DRS. But I'm feeling good. Qualifying, a little bit damp out there, a little bit slick. You can see that rain falling down onto the track. So the qualifying is certainly going to get very interesting. We have a V-carb straight out there. It's Charlie on the intermediates testing the waters. Literally testing the waters. Seeing how wet that track can be and where the grip limits are going to be as he comes up through Eau Rouge now.
Yeah, just intermediate conditions at the moment, so no need for full wets. That'll give you an idea of whether people are on the track in terms of dealing with the conditions. But I wonder if the rain is going to get worse, because if it does get worse, people are going to want to get out early before the rain gets worse and the times get slower.
Absolutely. But the intermediates do themselves a bit of a favour dispersing a little bit of water. So as long as that rain can ease off a bit, we could see it dry out, get a racing line forming, and hopefully get some competitive times in for what could be pole position. But for now,
yeah, 20 minutes is a long time on the track.
It is indeed.
Sorry if I interrupted you there. No, I couldn't really hear you through the cracking of my chair.
So I was just saying we're still on board with the V-carb as he's out there. He's run it wide at Pouhon there, so you can see he's really trying to test the grip limits to see what he can get away with, what he can, where he's going to be quicker, where he's going to be slower. But just running a little bit wide there coming out of Pouhon. And he's collected himself back up as he gets through campus. And around Stavelot we go.
Some beautiful corners in this circuit, namely Radion and Rouge. Oh, actually, it's Rouge, then Radion. Then you got the Camel Straight all the way down to Lake You've got corners like No Name, Pouhon. and Blanchimont, but stopped chicane a good overtaking opportunities as well after into sector 3. So it's always a good race here. Charlie's just ran wide. I wonder if he got this on next lap in validation. I hope not.
I hope not. He was a bit far back before he came through the final corners. So coming through Blanchimont, just running a little bit wide. Again, they're trying to test the grip limits. You need to in these treacherous conditions. You need to know how much you can send the car. Because if the conditions are going to stay like this all the way through, you need to know how much you can push on these intermediate tyres to gain the time advantage. Of course, as the track evolution plays out and that track dries up a little bit more, that racing line starts to form, should see the fastest times coming at the end of the session as always, but for now, it's not going to hold Charlie back from flying up through Radion now. Get himself onto that Camel Straight. No real wing with the wet conditions, so you see he does not activate the DRS, it being disabled. With it being that little bit wet, but does set a purple sector 1, will do being the first car to do so. So Charlie's going to set the banker for everyone to try and beat as he comes through Le Combs now.
Yeah, Lacom is a very, very tricky part of the circuit, especially on this game, because you can't really attack the curbs, but you can't it's just really, really, you have to the racing line is attacking the curbs as much as you can without unsettling the car, and anything less than that, you're going to run wide, and it's going to screw you over for both the second and third part of the section of the track as well.
Oh, just saw Charlie run it wide in Pujon again, but did not catch the invalidation, so it certainly cost him some time in order for the racing stewards to allow. He's run wide again, coming through Campus. God, he's really pushing it there on the intermediates. Really wants to get a good banker lap in. But how he's not invalidated so far, I do not know. The stewards are being very forgiving this evening as we get going here in Belgium. But now sets to power down, trying to get the maximum exit speed out of Stavelot to set himself up beautifully for Blanchimont. But in these conditions, I suspect you will be backing off ever so slightly in turn 17. Doubt you could hold that one flat. It can get mighty treacherous when you're on dry. But the tyres being a bit worn, you can certainly push yourself wide trying to hold it flat though. But here he comes across the line. It's a 56.2. It's almost 14 seconds higher than what you would see on the soft tyres. You expect times in the 42s, if not 43s. But a 56 there, so it's quite a huge margin. You can see how much the wet conditions certainly affect the driver's lap times.
Yeah, Tay is going to be the next driver to set a lap. I think he's invalidated or backed off here anyway, so he's going to go again. So we'll just have to wait a moment. But the next driver to cross the line is going to be Williams. I think it's PWJ. No, it's not. It's going to be Rob's start. No, it's not. It's going to be an Alpine. It's Griffin.
Griffin, the Alpine, coming to cross the line. Can he be the fastest time so far? The Charlie would have done him a favour dispersing a little bit of the water, but not too much. But as more cars come out onto the track, there it is, 2 seconds, so he does improve. You see the racing line ever slightly starting to form. The intermediates doing what they do best, dispersing all those litres of water, not just tiny amounts of water, they disperse litres of water on the track surface. But that's a good time to get yourself onto the board. You see Hako there just a second behind, 4/10 behind, should I say. He's a 55.3. So who will be next? We have a couple of drivers starting their laps. You see Sid take pole by 11 thousandths of a second. That is mighty close. The fine margins make the difference. Malvern on a 2-minute 10. So that could be a double out lap. Or maybe had a moment earlier on in the lap. You see, no, the conditions are just treacherous. It's very slick out there. It's very greasy. And when you've got so many fast corners like you have in Belgium, it's certainly going to catch you out most.
Yeah, I was just backing you up. Oh, Marvin's had a big moment through Radion Rouge, as has someone else. I think it's Don Ammo or Sid coming on his in lap. But as you were speaking about the displacement from the tyres, you can displace 30 litres of water per second per tyre. So that's what 120 litres of water per second from the car, from each tyre on inters.
Okay, there you go. On intermediate tyres alone, that's 120 litres. Insane amount of water that these tyres can push through their grooves and slide out of the way and generate that racing line. You can see it there coming. You see the very slick, shiny line. That'll be where the track is most wet. But as you see the dull, darker grey start to form, that is the dry line starting to come out. Well, I wouldn't specifically say dry as of yet, but a little bit less water on there, a little less, not as many chances for aquaplaning, catching the understeer. You can generate some tyre temperatures there. There's more tarmac to the tyre, to the rubber surface. There's not just that layer of water between yourself and the tarmac. So with it certainly starting to dry out, you're going to see the faster times start flooding in. You see Griffin's there in P2, as he was. Hako takes a new pole time there, jumps ahead by 1.4 seconds. So it's certainly starting to drop down. Craggy in P2. Not a huge jump from Sid, but certainly enough to get himself a bit of breathing space. But you see, the track's just getting better now. The intermediates working their magic.
Yeah, clearly the intermediates are the superior tyre at the moment. It's clearly not wet enough for full wets at the moment.
Absolutely not. Don Ammo has invalidated a lap. We will go on board with Racer, who's slow through bus stop chicane though. So probably not happy with his lap, looking to set another one. Although it's not a slow time. No, it's 57, so close enough, within reach. See another car coming to cross the line. Was that starting a lap? Possibly starting a lap. We'll go on board with a Red Bull of Sam, who comes through bus stop chicane now. And with that time looking like he's going to set a flying lap here. It's dropping, it's dropping. It's a 54. He's up onto the second row so far with a second, still a second gap. Hako has set an absolute screamer on those intermediate tyres. Still half a second clear from his teammate who jumps up into second. Charlie, V-Carb 1-2 lockout so far, but it's still half a second to gain.
Apologies, I disconnected, but I'm just looking at Malvin's finally setting his first lap in the Aston Martin. He's just gone through P1.
Malvin looking to start his first time lap. Can he do it?
Ooh, bit loose on the rear through unnamed chicane in sector 2, number 1. I've forgotten the name of. Campus. It's always you reminding me of the corner names.
We have Campus and now Stavalos. He fires it round turn 15 and sets himself up trying to get that exit speed to come through Blanchemont. One of the favoured corners of the track. If you get in that slipstream, you can certainly get side by side going into bus stop chicane. But he does look fairly clean and squared away. This could be the time that's needed to put himself higher. The 2:10, the slowest time so far. Could have had a moment and not happy with the lap. He goes into the pits. Questionable call. Collects himself on the wall on the entry of the pits. Sort of rides it though. And then locks up the entire front of his tyres to slide across the pit limiter.
1.2 seconds up. PW Jones is going to be in the 54.6 sort of range. So at the moment he's looking for a top 5 maybe if he can get a few more tenths.
It all depends on his bus stop. How was his bus stop? Can he cross the line to challenge? He cannot, but it's a 44. It's a 54.2, so it's still a nice lap to get. We have another car crossing the line and guessing that could be Racer. It is indeed. Not happy with that one. We have a Red Bull in the pits. Is that Sam? It is indeed.
Yeah, Sam just came in from doing a run, so he's going to be happy with that P7 for now. Somewhere to improve upon.
Goran coming a second up on his time. Can he improve it ever more? He cannot. It's a 55.3. Mercedes coming to the line. That's got to be Donamo. It is indeed. Goes a 55.3. Just behind his teammate of Sid. But still looking on for TW Jones, who was up on his time as he's coming through Lacombe now. Looking squared away. Could be an improvement here. He was up on his time so far. Could have the fuel to go for 2 laps. He's dispatching of Jackie X now. The recently renamed Jackie X. Fires it round.
Just noticed that free drivers see it to set times completely.
Absolutely. Wet conditions not serving them well. Hako goes quicker still by another second. Griffin was challenging there. I didn't see that. Griffin challenging, but Hako's gone quicker still.
Did I just see something correctly?
What have you seen?
Why is Infratic in this race?
Wait. No.
Infratic is in the race. He's just joined the lobby. What is this?
Infratic.
I've just seen it.
Infratic.
Yeah.
My. Welcome to the race.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Don't know why you're in the lobby. Could you leave, please?
Is this a surprise appearance? Is the lobby set to open?
It best not be.
Oh, what has happened? Infratic has joined the
No,
race,
it's
the
invite
streamer
only. It's
himself.
invite only. All right, I'll be back in a second because I've got an emergency going on. 1 second.
No worries indeed, but we're still on Moto Hako though. That's caught me out by surprise. If Infratic has joined this race and looks to sit in a seat for this race, this could be interesting. There's not a lot we can do here and now to get him out of the GPs, in it for the duration. That can't be right. That can't be right. We welcome you in, sir, but there's no way. Where's my phone? Let me check the Discord. He cannot in the lobby. Once you're in the race, you can't kick. We'd have to reset the lobby to get Infratic out of here, but if Infratic's in here, this is going to get interesting very quickly. I'm interested. I'm very excited to see what's going to go on here. I'm not even going to... I just can't. Even with the qualifying, my head's gone. I'm checking the Discord for any information, any leaks, anything to tell us that this was planned.
Yeah, I'm not unsure what's happened, but you'll have to forgive me if you hear any noises because there's someone outside my real life house honking their horn.
He's in! He's in a Red Bull!
Yeah, he's in a Red Bull.
Infratic's in the lobby!
Is he streaming maybe?
I'm not entirely sure. We'll have a little
Look.
look.
He's not live. But you should definitely go and follow him nonetheless. But I'm unsure why he's
There's no way.
This
There's no
is a surprise to us.
I'm going to wait to see if he comes out for a lap. I think he is. I think he's going to settle that.
There are rules in the server. I'm unsure what's going on here.
You need to bear with me a second here while I take to the admin chat to see where we go from here.
This is quite the... Oh, yeah.
I'm in the apologies for I'm in the admin chat. I'm trying to find out what's going on here. What do I do here?
I think okay, so, and I think it's an AI that's gone out on track.
What is going on here?
I'm
This
flabbergasted.
is quite a peculiar situation to be in, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is indeed.
It's definitely an AI because it's got Sergio Perez's helmet on. And I'm pretty sure it's number 11.
I mean, as much as I don't want to kick this
Oh, no,
man
it's
out
not.
of here,
Oh no, that isn't an AI. That's him.
that is him. I'm on board with him. I don't want to kick. I don't want to kick him out of the lobby, but with this being a league race,
Yeah, there's rules. There's
rules
rules
we must follow.
An open race. I suppose we just carry on with the show and get some information when you can, Brooksy.
Yes, if he has a Discord,
I can go and fetch some information potentially if you want.
if he has a Discord and anybody's in his server, can somebody just like get a message out to him and let him know that he's joined a league race in progress?
He's not in the contest of league server, I don't think. But
Honestly, I'm flabbergasted. But we're going to stay on board with him. Let's see what kind of lap he can do.
Yeah.
I suppose I can commentate over an emphatic lap if you want.
Oh, there's
the
a McLaren in the way!
Oh no.
Oh,
Not a good advert for the
no! What is that? What have you done to him?
Oh dear, he's not pleased. He's not pleased at all. He's
Oh,
been
who
blocked
was
in,
that?
and he's oh no, oh no,
It was
shocking.
Falawe. Oh, that is insane. You just blocked Infratic from his lap.
This is one of the most insane things I've ever done. Yeah, I joined a random league race and saw what happened. Get it done, get it done.
Oh, my.
Easy views. That's easy views.
He goes off the
But
track. He's not going to
yeah.
invalidate anybody. He's showing some good sportsmanship
I,
here.
I, I sent, I'm pretty sure I've sent him a friend request on Discord so I can find out what's going on. This is one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Qualifying's over though.
It is indeed. The clock is down. Infratic didn't get a lap.
Do hope he doesn't crash into people on purpose in the race. If he does, he'll regret it. No, I'm joking.
Well, that's not a session that he can complete in. Griffin takes a new pole position. Charlie's in P2. Dynamic Duo is in P3. But Hako's on his lap. Can he respond and take pole back away? He's coming through Stavolo now. And it is a purple Sector 2. 7 temps up on his Sector 2.
Yeah.
So what can he do coming up to Blanchimont? Could he be pole position for Hako? He's certainly within striking distance. The 7 temps he's got could be the one.
Oh dear. I'm just a bit flabbergasted, to be honest.
Still a model Hako. Round bus stop we go. Is it Paul? Is it a new pole position? Will Hako slap his V-cap to the top? And he does by 3/10.
Good lap, Hako, and that's an RB13 for the starting grid, unless Tay has something to say about it, but I don't think it's saying that.
Wow. Wow.
Have you got any
Qualifying was certainly...
information?
I have absolutely zero information. We should realistically restart because of the fact that this is a league race and Infratic's not part of the league. If he gets in incidents with other drivers, it affects drivers that are...
Yeah,
You
definitely. I can go and fetch some information quickly if you want, possibly.
It is indeed. But for your qualifying finishers, Hako, though, taking P1, Griffin, Charlie, Dynamic Duo, Malvern, Falawe. I'm going to have to screenshot this because of the restart procedure, if we do get ourselves in a restart procedure. But it was a surprise poll, though, and I think we may have to restart to get rid of Enfratic. It's heartbreaking, but... you know, we may have to restart this because of Enfratic. I'm calling it now for the EU2 boys. I hate to do this to Infratic, you know, create a series streamer, a well-known, decent driver, but unfortunately, mate, you're just not part of the league, and we've got to get you out, buddy. Wait a second. Malvern. I think Malvern. That is against league rules, buddy. That is well against league rules. We will go for lobby restart. So, unfortunately, guys, I'm going to have to bring you back to the starting screen, play a little bit of music while we get the... just let him race inside it. We can't let him race. If he races and causes incidents with other drivers, if there's crashes caused through contact with Infratic, it will null and void their race through no fault of their own. He needs to be out of the session to get a fair league race for everybody. But again, I'm going to bring you some music. We're going to get everything reset up.
pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, they got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, they got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though. Cocaine in my nose, they got rose in my cup though. Started climbing my pole, she got me locked in on cup though.
You know me, been doing this from the start, man. No gimmicks, this all come from the heart, man. This ain't a game, but I still play it smart, man. Then top it off, man. Now top the charts, man.
Well, we apologise for the absolutely massive delay in what would have just been a nice, quick, easy restart. We've had some absolute drama left, right, and centre. Trying to get the lobby going again. We're down 2 drivers. But for now, we're going to get things going once again, trying to get the racing back underway. I'm not going to speculate too much into the drama. Just, we had Infratic wanting to race in this GP just for this race, but unfortunately we cannot bend the rules in such a way to account for one driver, although he may be a well-known streamer and well-known person out there in the community. He's not signed up and we can't penalise fairly. It wouldn't be fair on the drivers we have here. His pace test in the sign-ups could be a hell of a lot quicker than the EU2 tier. So we're just going to get back to what we know, get back to the Spa-Francorchamps GP and focus on what is to be 22 laps of either chaos or calamity. We do know the weather because of the restart, so it's going to be a little bit cloudy. We could see it get a little bit wet and greasy, and then it will slowly dry it once again in the final closing stages of the race. But for now, we wait for the drivers to get themselves ready once again.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's just been antics all night, but we'll soon see what happens in the race anyway.
It has been a little bit crazy here now. As much as I would like to allow a streamer like Infratic to be in the race, we have rules. Things are set in a specific way. It's just how it is. But it is 5 lights, the lights are out, and away we go for the Spa-Francorchamps GP. And it's a good getaway from Griffin, but so it is Charlie. Charlie sends it down into La Sauce, but just can't get it together. Runs it off the track and into the gravel. Drops positions left, right, and centre. Malvern goes through. Falawe's up. Tay's up. Don Amo's up. Sid's going up in the order. Things are being changed around straight away in lap 1. But we now press on onto the Kemmel Straight for what could be a mighty fine, interesting race. Mighty Robbo having a master start though, managing to get ahead of the Mercedes drivers, looking fairly well for start. You see Racer in the background, they're trying to fight it out. But then we see Griffin pushed off the track, Hacko goes through. Malvern now through the inside of the comms, as well as Dynamic Duo, looking to press forward. Can they get through in Brussels? He has lost the position. Malvern's up into P2, pressing on for what could be Hacko. Wow, what a start so far.
Insanity. Hacko's in the lead now. Malvern P2, Dynamic 3 at P3. Sam has done Hacko's ran wide at P1.
Oh, Hacko running wide, but managing to keep himself collected. Stays in the lead of the race. Tay moves up now, getting past Griffin. Your Paul Sitter, who was looking fine to take on a victory here in the race. He's pushed down into P7. But we look back forward. Dynamic Duo gets right on the tail of that Aston Martin there. Coming through Stavolo.
I mean, it's a crazy first lap so far. I'm not seeing anything too crazy at the moment, but it was on the run down towards the bus stop chicane now. I wonder what the strategies are going to be. I'm going to take a look just personally at the tyre selection because obviously tyre selection would have been reset, so all strategies are available.
Absolutely, they do have those fresh soft tyres to use them if they need to. But so far, it's Hacko leading the charge very nicely. Dynamic Duo lurking still on the rear tail of that Aston Martin, but just cannot get him. So he does. Gets the run out of La Sauce, sends it to the outside line there. Can he capitalise? He does. He gets it before we even get into Eau Rouge and Radion. The Haas is looking quick. I've got to say that.
Yeah, I can definitely see the pace difference in the tyres at the moment, so I'm looking at Hacko, Dynamic, Malvern, Sam, Falawe, all able to pull away from Tay at the minute, just a bit of a bigger gap forming, because Tay, Griffin are on hard and medium respectively, so those front 5 all on the softer compound tyres will be able to drag out a gap a little bit.
Absolutely. This is going to be interesting. This is going to be spicy. But for
I do
now,
hope there's some action.
Yeah, I do hope there's some action. Griffin's looking to close up a little bit there on the Ferrari, I'd say. He's had a bad start, but can he get himself pressing on and get the positions back that he's lost? The much-needed positions. We apologise that it's took so long to get the race underway, but holy hell, we have had a very interesting Spa-Francorchamps. It's, without its fair share of drama here in Belgium, certainly it does bring some controversy, but nevertheless, we are still all systems go for the EU2 race. We're still 2 drivers down. We have lost out on one driver, But it's unfortunate. We had the long restart. Time ticks on, and it did take quite a while to get us going back again with green flags. Goran moves up on Charlie, though. But could have left the door open. Charlie goes for the pits. Dynamic Duo sets a new fastest lap of the race. And he's right on their tail of Hako. Malvern seems to have had a moment. And from here on out, it's Malvern now out of the DRS. It's for Hako and Dynamic to press on. Sam, though, lurking in P4. Oh, could we see a move here from Sam coming up onto the Camel Straight? Dynamic
Yeah, I'm starting to
Duo.
just reading some silliness on my phone briefly for a moment, but no silliness from Dynamic Joe takes the lead of the race swiftly into P1. They've broken away from Sam, Dynamic Joe, and Hako, so that means Sam is now fighting for Larway and Malvern for the final podium position spots.
Absolutely. But now, Malvern falling down the order. Double overtake, lost 2 positions. So for, I don't know who it could be here. Could Sam catch Dynamic? That's quite a margin to get. 1.6, almost 1.7 seconds now to close up. However, it's a Red Bull on the podium.
Yeah, it's RB and a Red Bull as well, but that McLaren for Larway is lurking behind Sam very, very closely.
Indeed. I'm just trying to pull up my little my notes. There it is. So we don't have an updated standings for you. We don't have the graphic. It's not been produced as of yet. So I cannot update you from the graphic from the standings from Zandvoort. All I can tell you is this: that before we went into Zandvoort, the Red Bulls were only on 10 points in constructors, and Sam was barely within the top 20. He's not in the top 20. So a good finish here today will propel him in standings. Not only that, potentially bring the Red Bulls back to challenge for mid-pack of the constructors. It all goes down to the final closing rounds. Those last couple of races could make all the difference. But here goes Palawi into La Sauce. Almost pushes Sam off the track. Opens the door for Malvern to come sweeping through in the last minute. Gets that position done into turn 1. Capitalised on the mistakes from the McLaren. Just interlock the wheels there with a Red Bull, but here comes Sam looking to get that position back. Can he get himself back into P3? He does have the DRS on the Camel Straight. It will be easy pickings, and so does Flyway come back through. Without having the DRS though, that Camel Straight makes you absolutely vulnerable. You are under so much pressure. It's unbelievable. It's such a long straight, 1 kilometre in length, of course paired with that DRS, and you've drained a bit of the battery, and it could be anybody's game, but he did start on the soft compound tyre, so he's expecting the rain to come, and if my eyes aren't deceiving me, I've seen a couple of drops come down. It is, it's starting to rain. The weather's coming. Here we go. This is where it's going to get spicy. Who has the skill to hold it out as the conditions deteriorate lap after lap after lap? But do not miss out the fact that it is going to stop towards the end of the race. So the final closing laps, they could still be on intermediate tyres depending on how bad this weather gets.
Yeah, I hope that the rain comes down quickly. I wonder if people on the mediums and the hards were keeping an eye on the radar, because it means that they're going to be, you know, pretty a lot slower than the people that are on the soft, and it is not going to matter because the strategy's going to go out the window as soon as the rain comes down. So.
Well, yeah, strategies are going to get thrown out of the window depending on what tyre compound they went for. It looks like Sam is the one who's got it on the nose. He started on softs. We'll take a quick look at the tyre graphic. A couple people started on softs, so they went for it. You see the hard runners suspecting the rain to come a little bit later, going for a longer stint, but it's not played off to their advantage.
I'm just looking at the gaps at the moment, and you're seeing those on the mediums and hards trickle down the order. Those on the softs just making their way up Pipe Tech. He's up to P11 at the moment, as well as Craggy. Craggy, though, we know he's very, very quick compared to some of the other drivers in this tier. He's making his way up on the mediums nicely, probably more comfortable with just dragging those tyres around the track, using up all the life he can. Malvin's crashed, and that's a safety car. I wonder how that's occurred. I'm going to investigate upon my own right now, and it does look like it was an accident. It does look like he's lost the rear outside of the Lacombe chicane. It does look like a genuine accident, and it's an unfortunate safety car, but it's going to negate any tyre advantages that people have at the moment anyway. And I think people might come in for the inters even.
Well, while we are under safety car, I know you just seen a pause screen at the minute, but I've just realised that something hasn't changed over like I wanted it to. So I'm going to get that done and dusted as best as I can so we can get the safety car graphic in use. As yeah, I apologise for that. For some reason, it's not gone how I wanted it to. But I am trying to get this squared away as best that I can. Yes. This one. Make that. Oh no, it's not going well. It's not going well. Oh no, I just realised what the mistake is. I do realise what the mistake is. And it's because Streamlabs had an issue earlier on where I couldn't capture the F1 game as a game capture. So when you set up your Streamlabs and you set up your sources, you can capture a game screen, an application, but for some reason Formula One was not showing as a application, so it caused a little bit of issues, just some minor issues in terms of getting the recording done and getting the game on the screen. But as you can see there, we should now. Oh, what? Get out of studio mode, you dafty. Just bear with me. This does not. I don't like doing this mid-stream, but I've had to do it to try and get the graphics going once again.
It's been a nightmare at the start anyway, so it can only get worse from here, boys and girls, but it's okay.
This has been dramatic. This has been chaotic. This has been an interesting.
Yeah. Safety car now. What's interesting is some people have pitted and gone into dry tyres instead of inters. Some people have opted for inters though.
Absolutely. I've opted for those intermediate tyres. So it could play out in their favour. Could go their way if they can pull it off the way they want to. But it might still be a bit early if I say so myself. What do you think? Bit early, Tom?
Yeah, a bit early for inters at the moment, I think. The rain just hasn't come and sat onto the track. It's coming down, but it's just not sitting. The dries are much very capable of driving in these conditions. They won't be comfortable, won't be a lot of grip, but he'll still be able to cope.
So, after what has been a bit of a chaotic Belgian Grand Prix, we have a safety car out, everybody's swapping printers. We see a lot of drivers now on those intermediate tyres. Again, I think it's too early. That rain is not coming down heavy enough, but you'd still be better on the dries. It doesn't even look like the track is wet yet. There's no spray from the cars. You're just going to burn out those intermediate tyres, boys. This may have been a bit of an early call, to say the least.
See how... I mean, those people that have stayed out on the dries, I think they're going to have to stop for inters anyway. So if they do it now, they're just giving up their track position for no reason. But yeah. See Charlie just catching up to the pack now.
Oh, I've been completely thrown off guard with the whole drama incident. It's just ruined my flow. Everything's gone. I had so much energy in that first qualifying. It's just been pulled out of me, it's drained from me. Oh.
It's just...
Cannot express my frustration. Well, let's focus now. Let's try and get back in the zone. I suspect safety car's going to go in at the end of this lap. My Robo has come off the intermediates and gone back to softer tyres. I don't know if he was on inters at first, but he is now on the soft compound tyre. The track still is not wet enough for anything to happen. Still not wet enough for anything to work for those intermediate tyres. Give it a couple more laps. Give it a little bit longer. Those intermediates will certainly come into play. The rain is starting to come down a little bit more now. So the track is certainly starting to feel a bit greasy, especially on those apexes. The apexes collect the water a lot more than the tarmac does. So you have these little gaps in the tarmac, the little holes and crevices, the air pockets that will filter water first before it generates a layer over the tarmac. The Apex does not have that. As soon as you hit that Apex, you'll get hit by a layer of water that sits above that and just makes it ever so dangerous, ever so treacherous. Poohon is going to be disgusting. That is a fact.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm still a bit just out of it.
It's
I don't
alright,
even
yeah,
know what's
we've
going
all
on.
been thrown off here. We've all been thrown off
There's
completely.
been some drama going on in the Discord server, so I know that that's probably not the best way to plug the server, and this is a one-off. But if you would like to join the Discord server, please do jump in.
Absolutely. See, all the people that are here that know us in the comms booth, they know we've got the energy, they know we've got the vibes. It's just
Yeah, it's
today's
definitely a
been
one-off.
chaotic. This has been absolutely crazy. I don't know what to tell you, people, but we have
Even
confirmation.
outside the booth for me, it's been just a bonkers day.
Yeah, it's absolutely hectic all day for both of us. And then we have the drama. We have to restart the lobby. But we have confirmation. Safety car will be in this lap. So we will set sights on Racer 001, who gets himself ready to restart this race. Did not box. Stayed out on those medium tyres. Hacko behind on the intermediates. As the rain's coming down, could potentially see the advantage here. The harder tyres for Dynamic Duo. He swapped for those hards, hoping that the track is still dry enough. Can go a bit long now on those hard compound tyres. The drivers on the intermediates are going to generate that dry line. Those intermediates are going to stop that water from sticking to the racing line. So where he is at the minute, he's not going to benefit, but in a couple of laps time he could certainly benefit from that. And away goes Racer, struggles to get the traction down, and Hacko comes powering towards the line side by side and sends it into turn one. Those intermediate tyres certainly have the grip. They do have the advantage. Here comes Falawe. Wow, maybe the inter-stop was the way to go. But those medium tyres, those hards, and those soft compound tyres that you still see on the track are going to struggle with temperature now more than most. But it is Racer 001 now needing to go side by side with his teammate. This is certainly spicing up. Hacko's almost 2 seconds clear. He has the traction, he has the grip, he can get the power down, and away he goes. Now we see Craggy looking to the inside line of Taylor. We're just going to get it. Racers dropping all the way down to P5. Now has Dynamic Duo on his tail on fresh hard tyres. But again, the tyre temperatures are going to be absolutely disgusting. They're going to be freezing as the water hit those tyres. Oh, you see, he goes wide. Racer struggling though, coming through Brussels. Around Jackie X we go. Dynamic looking for any open door, but does have PW Jones lurking on his tail though.
Just keeping an eye on where the soft runners are. Definitely losing time to anyone on inters, so they'll have to stop.
Oh, look at that. They're coming out of Poohon. Racers dropping all the way down. He's down into P9. Pike goes through. Goran goes through. Jones goes through. And
Oh, they're picking him off.
Oh, they're picking him off. He says sitting duck. He's an absolute sitting duck. This is disaster for Racer. He cannot do anything about this. And through goes Charlie as well. He's out of the points. It's all falling away from him.
Driven into Dynamic Duo. Rob Star's just driven into Dynamic Duo.
Oh, that's serious. Dynamic Duo falling down the order.
Right, he's able to cope with it at the moment better than anyone. He's still in P4 and he's not dropping down the order like everyone else. He's still going. Oh, he's ran wide at bus stop though. He's done a.
Oh!
The pit.
I wish I didn't see that on the stream. He crossed the pit line. He crossed the pit line. he crossed
I think
the
he can be
pit
forgiven.
line.
He's a bit out of control there.
Yeah, we can let that one go. It was an uncontrolled slide. There was no way he had any control in that one. Looking to the front, Hacko has got the strategy absolutely bang on. 2.8 seconds clear off Falawe, his closest rival on the intermediates, and then Tay lurking behind in that Ferrari. Jonesy next to come along with Goran and Charlie, but now everybody's starting to slow down. You see all the drivers that didn't pit for inters, now picked for intermediates. Oh, 10 seconds for Sid.
That's rough.
3 seconds for Charlie. Track limits are coming. Oh, this is insane. This is just insane. Oh no, there's a slide from Goran. Charlie's right on his tail there, coming through Brussels. Looks for an open door going towards Jackie X and just can't get it there. But the door has been opened dramatically to that inside line. He's gonna go for it. The powering towards Poohon. Will he send it? He does it. There's contact with the Haas. The Haas is off the track. And through goes Charlie. That'll be going to the steward's room, no doubt. Charlie is through to P5. Goran's lost out to Pipe Tech from that incident. Now has the Williams or Rob Star lurking on his tail. And the energy comes back. Let's go.
It's close between everyone. Of course, DRS disabled, I believe, so there won't be any DRS coming into play. That 1 second gap becomes less pivotal to the race of everyone on the circuit. Racer, only driver on mediums, everyone else on inters now. But I wonder what the weather forecast is saying at the moment.
Wow. Infratic is in the Twitch chat now causing drama. This is a little embarrassing. I kind of like you. And now you're just making a bit of a show of yourself, mate. I understand you just wanted to race, but we have rules we must follow. You must respect.
I mean,
this
if someone
more than
scored in the
most.
R word, then someone scored in the R word. But you know what? I'm not being funny yet. Infratic, you know the league procedure. You know that people are signed up, and you know you can't join in the middle of qualifying for a race on the instance that you want to join. Just because you have a follow-in doesn't mean that you get to choose when other people accept you into their leagues. Just because you have a follow-in doesn't mean that you're accepted into this league. And definitely, on the way you acted doesn't mean you'll be accepted into this league at all. And not only that,
What happened is simple.
you,
So
you
sometimes I join
yeah.
open VCs in my Discord. I understand that, but whoever's invited you and whoever's tried to drag you into this race is in the wrong. This is a league race we have going here. We apologise that we can't get you involved. It was nice to see you popping in the quali. It was very nice, but we do have a procedure to follow. This is a league. We are on round 8 here. We've had 7 other races. These drivers fighting for what could be a championship. It wouldn't be fair. And to be quite honest with you, my friend, you could be a lot quicker than the drivers we have here in EU2. If it was EU1, it may have been let go. It could be one of those, but again, the procedures must be followed.
Yeah, so he said that, of course, he wasn't expecting to be allowed in, but I was going through the process of being signed up and whatnot. But you still went through with it? Question mark.
Yeah, no, we understand. You want to get into the race. You want to get involved in the race. It'd be lovely to have you, my friend. It certainly would. And to commentate over somebody like with a following as you would certainly be nice. But
anyway, that's the end. We'll speak of it. That's the end. That's the last we'll speak of it.
Yes,
now, anyway.
that
So
is
we've
the
got a
last
race
we'll have
to
it.
continue with. We've got a race to continue with. It's safety car. Yeah.
It's not
I'm not
safety
interested.
car.
I'm not interested in looking at people arguing in my chat. I'm not being funny. It's not personal that I've picked him to do it on. But
yeah, it is what it is. Like we've got a race to follow on with. The show must go on, and this is going to be on for all to see. It goes to the YouTube, so you just got to take that in mind. A lot of people are going to see this if they do watch the replay back, and it's always going to be there. But for now, looking on, the safety car graphic has bugged as it always does. You can see it says safety car, even though it is not a safety car. Hako's now almost 5 seconds away.
yeah, Hako's 5 seconds clear, so he deserves this win as he's gonna take it to the end. Pipe Tech's pitted for wets at the moment.
Nah.
All right, that's a joke. That is all right. Yeah, go on, mate. Swap to your alt account. That's a joke, mate. I'm not being funny.
No, right. Okay, this is going a
I'm
little
not
bit
being
too
funny
far
yet.
now.
That's. I'm sure Ferrari Esports would love to find out why you're using their name to beef lower leagues, mate, in your community that you're literally coming in here to alienate. There are people in this server and there are people in this race that watch your community, right? And I'm not being funny, but you've come in, you've ruined a league race, you've made us waste about 45 minutes on just trying to get, well, probably not 45 minutes, but a lot of significant time. I could do without that. I got work tomorrow, right? Me and Brooksy, we come here every single week to commentate, and we come here to multiple leagues to commentate. We very, very much care about that. And all you're doing is coming into this league and you're making it harder for us to conduct our race. And not only that, you're just making a joke out of our procedures on the basis that what we'd let you in because you've got a follow-in. And I'm not being funny, right? I don't think Ferrari Esports would appreciate that you're jumping onto your second account that we know you've got the password for, right? Because like I said, I've been involved in your community before. And you know what? That's just a bit of a joke and it's a bit pitiful.
Yeah, this is,
But that's
like
I said, that is pitiful, and I've got a screenshot of that. So you know what?
like I said, this is not looking good. Like there are people in here that do have a following for Infratic. I myself has watched him in Creator Series. This is just not some sort of an image that we expect, but it is happening, and it's unfortunate to see it happening. It's a shame, and we're just trying to produce a nice little race here for the EU2 tier, and things are going crazy. But this has wasted a lot of time. And we are now looking to press on and just continue with the race. The VSC is away, the graphic is gone, and we are now set for green flags once again. Can Tay do anything at all to catch that McLaren? It certainly is going to try. The Ferrari looking to take P2. Hako 7 seconds clear. There's not an awful lot that can happen for Hako. Hako is well and truly gone. The only thing that could stop Hako now, Sam's out, speeding in the pit lane. He's retired. He's had enough of this one. Potentially caught himself in a bit of an incident there. Caught himself in a bad situation, but it's now for Tate fighting away for P2. This is where the fight is right now. You see the separation on the timing screen. You can see the gaps. Oh, BK, you don't even want to know what's going on here, my friend. It has been nothing but chaos. We have had Infratic himself come, and it's been calamity since there. And we're just trying to get the racing going. We're just trying to get things keeping going. How does one get involved in this league? You need to sign up to the Discord and get yourself in the sign-up procedure. It's completing a 25% race under certain conditions, and your time set that you set, your overall race time, followed by the race director, will place you in a specific tier. And at the minute we are on the European Tier 2 with myself and Tom Carter. But again, the timing screens have split up quite a lot. Because Ferrari Esports has been banned because we believe it's Infratic using the Ferrari Esports account to cause a bit of drama because he got timed out on his own account.
Yeah, it was definitely him. He just got timed out, jumped on his second account, and that's why he got timed out on the official Ferrari Esports page. What? That is quality.
You would not. You can't write it.
You would not believe he's just done that.
You'd not believe it.
That's outrageous.
I was excited to see Infratic in that qualifying, but
do you know what I mean?
It's just, what has happened?
Oh, tarnished, mate. He'll be unhappy to know I'm currently screen recording everything that happened in the server.
We love you too, Spudhead. We love to see the support of our community, our lovely, well-founded community that takes absolute no drama from anybody.
Yeah, it's just...
I said...
Did not expect this when I turned up tonight.
Sid, you've lost your rig, mate. You can apologise in the chat all you want. I told you what had happened if you DNF. I'm coming taking your racing rig away. You are not worthy of driving in a seat. I apologise. No, that's a bit mean. We was having a little joke earlier in a VC, and I said, if he crashes, I'm going to take his racing rig. Oh. It's alright. No, you can try again next week, but you always know that. You can try again. Your race win is incoming, just not today.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit knocked aback and I'm currently...
Oh yeah, this is throwing us all out of promotion.
I was getting lap 13, man.
The chat in Discord has gone absolutely crazy, like absolutely mental.
Yeah,
with the
I'm
amount
just
of people
currently
talking
screen
about
recording
this.
all of it now. I'm screen recording all of it just to make sure I've got it all in case people
Yeah,
start
it's been mental. It's been mental. But now we press on, and it is still Tay looking to try and challenge Falawi for P2, but he's looking comfortable though. Or can he just not get close enough? He can't send it down the corners. He doesn't have the DRS advantage. Falawi could just be the better driver in terms of ERS management, and the Ferrari struggling to do anything about it. But PW Jones is closing that gap. I see that Williams lurking in the distance. And with that clean air and without all the fighting in front of him, the defensive manoeuvres from a McLaren, PW Jones is certainly setting the pace down and pressing forward for what could be a victory here if he can get himself close enough. Hako, being one of the first to come out on the intermediate tyres, may have burned him out a little bit in that safety car procedure. Although you are driving at a reduced pace, you still generate the tyre temperature. Could it have run a little bit too high? But Falawi though, finally loses in the defensive battle, and Tay gets through. He did very well indeed. Very well to defend that P2 away for as many laps as he did. But the Ferrari ultimately presses on through and will take P2 on the track. But with a 3-second penalty, we'll now need to press on and bridge the gap. We'll take a quick look at the tyre graphic to see how things are. Pipe Tech has gone for a bit of a risky one. Pipe Tech is trying the wet tyres. Can you believe it?
Yeah, sorry, I was just yeah, like I said, I was just managing that situation from before. But yeah, 11 seconds now to Hako. He's really cleared the field today. He's managing these conditions very, very well. Falawe's having a good race as well. PW Jones, he's having a good race. He's up to P4 as well as Robstar in P5. He's not always up that high in the grid, but he's doing a very, very good job today. Unfortunately, Sam, Sid, and Malvin all DNF'd. Malvin early on compared to everyone else.
Yeah, absolutely. It's looking fairly strong for Tay, but he's not getting the gap that he needs so far. PW Jones, though, is now right back on that tile, and Craggy goes for a move around Robstar into Blanchimont. Robstar's trying to fight it back into Bus Stop. Get us a better camera angle, please. There you can see it side by side. Robstar's trying to defend like a champion, but can't do it. Ultimately, the kick Sauber goes through.
Dynamic Joe's crashed. Oh no, he's retired. He's retired in the pit lane.
Retired in the pits.
14 drivers left. I'm just watching Tay, how he's coping with the conditions, and Falawe right behind him, and he's not coping with it too well. He's ran onto the gravel a couple of times, but I wonder how, if a safety car would affect this. But
Sorry about that. I was just having a little word in the BC.
yeah, well, you'll be shocked to find out. Actually, no, do you know what? I'm not even going to say anything. I'm not here to go badmouth people on the COS Formula One stream. You know, I said those truths earlier, but I meant what I said. I was defending what we're doing here. You know what I mean? I'm not about being made a joke of by anyone, especially. You know, when I know that you yourself, Brooksy, I know how much you care about these races, how much effort you put into
Yeah, I
streaming. Do you
get
know what I
notes,
mean?
mate. I
I
write
see you
down
sitting
notes.
here half an hour getting it ready and doing notes and stuff, and it's just not on, mate. And I ain't having that.
No, see, that's what I was saying in the chat earlier. I'm not happy. I'm not particularly happy. I don't like my show being ruined. I don't like my show being put on pause and stopped halfway through and doing the
What,
restarts.
I don't mean to sound like, you know, bigging myself up, but I do really think that we're the wrong people to be picking on to be doing that sort of stuff. I'm not being funny.
Yeah, no, this
We
is.
care a lot about this. We do it a lot. Now go on. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no, we do enjoy it. We love to be bringing the entertainment. The races we've been able to produce. I mean, season 13 EU4, although they weren't the fastest tier, God, did they bring some entertainment. These boys went all out for season 13. Now in season 14, we've got the EU2, and we have seen some mighty fine racing, some very big controversial moments, and we've been able to talk about a lot here in EU2. It's been quite an eventful first half of the season, and as we get going round 8, it's 2 races into the second half. This happens, and it just puts a bit of a stunt on it, though. We didn't want it to happen, but it does happen. But PW Jones now is right up on the tail of Falawe, I've got to say that.
Yeah, Falawe, he's dropped back from Tay, but PW Jones, he's caught up. So obviously those tyres, Falawe, he's probably just looked after them a bit worse than PW Jones, but
Has a
yeah.
little bit. The tyre's still 10 lap old for those drivers. I realise I've left the tyre graphic on for such a long time. I do apologise for that. Like I say, everything's been thrown up in the air. Our heads are frazzled with what has just happened. It's been nothing but drama. We're going to be going late here as we've still got 5 more laps to go. And with it being at least 1 minute and 40 a lap, now with the wet conditions up into the 1 minute 50s a lap, it's still another 10 minutes of racing before we even get to the interviews. I think we might end up skipping interviews tonight because of all the drama, because of everything that's gone on. There's a lot to talk about. And from my perspective, being an admin, I'm going to have to get cracking on what has gone down, try and figure out solutions. And there's a bit of a discussion that needs to be had and a bit of an investigation to figure out how this even happened in the first place. So it's something I'm going to certainly be looking into because, like Tom says, we care about this a lot, and I care about my tier a hell of a lot. I am also EU2 tier representative. I help you guys out with any issues you may have. PW Jones sends it on Falawe up on the Kemo straight, gets the move done. We saw it coming earlier on. He was closing that gap up, and now takes a podium position once again. If he can catch up a little bit more, he would certainly secure that P2, but as it stands from time penalties, he will get P2. I don't apologise, Spud. Nobody is anticipating this. Yes, BK, it is raining. It has been raining since around lap 7. The rain has been coming down.
No one in here needs to apologise for anything that's gone on.
Yeah, nobody needs to apologise. Nobody needs to worry. It's just, it's how it's happened. None of you guys are to blame, but there is a bit of an investigation that will take place. We will get to the bottom of this. Especially, I will make sure I get to the bottom of this because my race has been sort of stumped in its performance. And that is not something me and Tom Carter like. We like to get things flowing. We like to get the energy going. We like to produce the best of the best for EU2.
We do. We love to produce the best. A lot of you might have seen us last season. We had an amazing season last season. This season, the battle is not over yet, but it's looking quite one-sided towards Craggy at the moment, I believe. We haven't got updated standings to bring to you today, so I'm going to apologise for that. But nonetheless, the action, on track or not, has been something to live for. Soon see how this ends though, and it's going to end with a Hako win if he is able to continue towards the end of this race without any further incident.
Yes, we do apologise on the delay, Matty. You can see everything would have been fine, but we had to get the restart going. We had to get Emphatic out of the lobby, just restart the session, get everybody back in the grid order. We did lose out on a driver, somebody not able to get back into the lobby within time. We got the grid set and got going once again after what was a bit of a controversial moment in Discord chat, but the delay happened. We should just push on and crack on. 4 laps to go. Hako leading by almost 16 seconds. But PW
Rain
Jones,
stopped.
the rain has stopped. We could see the Inters going to the end. I don't know, actually. It's looking like it's drying.
Don Ammo and Charlie both gone to soft. It is drying. It's drying a lot, actually.
It is drying very rapidly. Very, very rapidly. You can see that line starting to come through. You can see the patches on the track, even on the line that would be considered the most slick with the level of water that has come down. It's not looking too shiny or greasy. It's looking like it is drying up. You just see Taylor move out onto that wetter line to try and cool those tyres down a little bit. It's smart thinking though. It needs to be done. Oh, I think Matty is at a disconnect. He has had a disconnect. Matty Robo's trying to get his PlayStation restarted, so we'll keep our eyes open for that so we can get Matty Robo back into the session for the final closing laps. For now, though, Hako's pulled a masterclass. I just wonder how these intermediates are going to hold up. The rain, it's still a bit wet. It's not drying as quick as I actually originally thought. There is a dry line. There is no spray. Take that into account. So that line that they're driving on is completely clear of water. We do see cars diving into the pits. Craggy's in, Falawe's in. They're going to swap onto dry tyres. Could they do it? 3 laps to go. They are very long laps. So it's doable. It's certainly possible. What do you think, Tom? Do you think it could be the strat to go for?
I think if you're at the back, you don't pit and you just try and defend against the new softs on used Inters. It's the only way you're going to possibly win this. If by some sort of miracle the person trying to overtake you makes a mistake that you don't cause on purpose, you could keep the position, I guess.
Absolutely. It could potentially still go your way. But for now, the battle is with Tay and PW Jones as they try and push those intermediate tyres out as the track is starting to dry up. The temperature certainly is going to play a massive factor here and now. Let me see if I can use my old faithful tool and pull up a little bit of telemetry, see if I can catch some drivers' tyre temperatures. I have a little thing on my phone where I can see certain little things, and I can indeed. So the carcass temperature though of PW Jones was looking a little bit grim. We're on board with the Williams and his core temperatures are starting to hit the 90s. That rear right tyre is in the 90s. He's starting to feel the temperature and the track is dry. The track is dry.
Those Inters are going to be absolutely
You can certainly tell.
Shredded.
And Brooksy, I'm gonna send you something quickly.
No problem at all. 93 degrees. And the rear right tyre of Tay is almost hitting the 50s. He does hit the 50% mark in tyre wear. Things are not looking good for the intermediate runners. The tyre temperature is burning away. But Craggy is looking to chase down Griffin there. He's only a second away. Pipe checks out in the pits. Never mind. That could have been calamity. But those intermediate tyres now very much burning away in a very, very bad way.
Not penultimate lap. We've got 3 laps to go. Hacko extending those tyres that into he feels like it's not the right time to pit. Apologies, because I've just knocked some equipment on my desk. Griffin also agreeing with that, but Craggy is on a mission. He's on his way back to possibly take P4, P3, P2, or even, well, he's not going to get P2. The gap is way, way too big, but I do wonder how he's going to cope with the pressure. And also, actually, it's quite a big lap around here, so you've got, even though it's only 3 laps, it's 3 laps, 3 laps, sorry, I'm stuttering, 3 laps to the end, but it's 3 long laps. It's not just like a 3-lap race. You got, I mean, it's 3 laps at Hungary, three laps different at Spa. The distance is a lot. It's not really gaining too much from what I'm seeing. Oh no, sorry, I'm looking at the wrong. Am I looking at the right driver?
I'm still
He's
on
only-
board with Craggy, looking to see if that gap's going to drop down ever more. He
Yeah,
runs off the track in
he's
pit
not
one.
really gaining. I was just looking. He's not gaining at all, really. Is
He's
it
had a
just
moment.
bit too wet?
He's had a moment.
It's
Palau's
too wet
closing
still.
up. I don't think it's wet though. There's no shine. There's no slick tarmac. Nothing's looking damp in any way. Maybe the apexes still have that little bit of water just on the surface. But so far, oh, who's that? That's Griffin. Really running out wide though. Those tyres are demolished. He's almost at 100 degrees on those intermediate tyres. It's not looking good. But for that Ferrari Ate, being able to push a little bit, but he's lost 2 seconds to PW Jones. Those tyres are hitting the 100 degrees. They are absolutely sweltering. They're burning. They're melting. But they're doing very well to keep it on the track. Craggy is almost within 1 second. Is the DRS active? Have we seen the call?
Apologies, knocked my desk, but Craggy only now just is starting to gain on Griffin, so the order is set in stone. The only people that he can fight with is Falawe and Griffin. Actually, he's only a second behind Griffin. I keep getting a bit confused with these.
Still no real wing, so the stewards deem it still wet enough to reduce that DRS capability. But it doesn't look wet, it looks dry. And you see how Craggy's getting better traction now. The tyres are certainly going in his favour. The intermediates are burning, absolutely sweltering, melting away lap after lap. What could happen now? He's still not close enough. I don't think he's going to do it. He's going to have to need one monumental second sector. Can he do it in the corners? The corners is the only place for Craggy to gain here on Griffin. But if he can't take the position on the track, we're on the penultimate lap, he won't gain any more on his what has been a dominant lead in the championship. Before we head into Zandvoort, he was on 110 points. I can't remember the results of Zandvoort, but what I can tell you that he was sitting 41 points comfortably ahead, his closest rival being Kevin Calforte, a driver who has not sat in today's GP. This is certainly starting to look a little bit interesting. Hacko's got this in the bag. The podium's set.
Yeah.
It's absolutely set. There's no way it's not. But from here on out, I don't know what more could be.
Just seen Hacko continue to pull that gap to PW Jones. He's had a very, very good race today, hasn't Hacko? Big day for him. He's going to get 25 points. He's not going to get fastest lap, obviously, because people have done dry runs. Unless people are going to get fastest lap towards the end, I think. How actually does have fastest lap? Let me check. fastest lap is dynamic duo at the moment, so the fastest lap point's going to go to the pot. But actually, Falawe now just overtaken for Craggy on the Camel Straight. He has got a penalty, so it's not going to mean anything at the moment. But the position is set in stone.
It is absolutely set in stone. Nobody can challenge in any way, shape, or form. Hako, he's almost 20 seconds clear, and he is gaining that advantage. Those intermediate tyres are not going anywhere. He's up to 100 degrees on his rear right and his front left, but he's still able to push on and gain an advantage over PW Jones and Tay. Craggy and Falawe have been fighting away. We missed that a little bit, but it's looked like it's Craggy. No, he's going to try and stay right on that rear tail. Try and stay close enough for a last-minute lunge, and it will be in Blanchimont. He needs to stay behind him. He doesn't need to sacrifice the slipstream. It could go in Craggy's favour. Hako crosses the line for victory here in EU2, and I think it may be his first victory of the season. What a drive from Hako. What a strategy to box early on those intermediates. They did him wonders when that safety car came back in, and we got racing once again. Hako is the victor. PW Jones and Tay finishing off your podiums, but I'm still eyes on to Craggy, who's not close enough to make a lunge on Falawe, but will inherit P4 away from the time penalty that the McLaren... Oh no, he spun it! He spun it, he cost himself though! Oh,
Get across the line
Craggy!
quickly.
Get across the line! Get across the line! Get to the wall! He's done everything he can to try and do
Still not
it!
across the
He's
line.
still not across, he goes across the line backwards! Oh my god, I don't believe it! No way! Clip it, clip it, clip it! Oh, that's drama! What has just happened?
I don't even know what to say. Oh, I just want to go to bed.
No way! The final
Just want my
corner!
bed.
He would have inherited P4 and he got his spun round. He was flat to the floor trying to get that kicks out but going again to get across the line. He just kept spinning. He did a Lightning McQueen and went back across the line backwards. What have we just witnessed? Oh my. Well, that shall do your Belgium Grand Prix. And what a Belgium Grand Prix it has been. It is, look at that. Donamo goes over to say hello and tries to give him a little bit of a push over the line.
What a way to end that.
What an ending. Craigie, driver of the day, well deserved for
The
that
world doesn't
finish.
speak of this race ever again.
Well deserved. What a race
EU2
finish.
season 14, round 8 didn't happen.
Oh, this race did not happen.
Just didn't happen.
This did not happen tonight. This didn't happen. We're just gonna forget about this.
Jesus.
Absolutely.
Oh, no.
We're gonna forget and move on. We're just gonna move on from this.
Jesus, it's always it's an eventful night going out, but we've got 40 viewers at the moment. Lovely stuff. If you want
Oh.
to join the Discord, get in. Be behaved as well. First
Absolutely.
time I've ever had to say that.
Your finishing order. So it's Hako taking victory in EU2. PW Jones back on the podium once again. Tay in P3 taking what I suspect be the first podium of this season for the Ferrari driver. Falawe, Craggy, Griffin, Goran, Robstar, Charlie and Matty Robbo. Do your top 10. And just outside the points we have Racer, Donamo, and then for the DNFs, Pipe Tech, Dynamic Sam, Malvern, and Sid and Malvern. Wow, what a Spa Grand Prix. This is certainly one to forget. Not one to remember, one to forget. Nevertheless. Any final words from you, Tom? I don't know. I don't even know where to go from here.
Yeah, just at least I got stories to tell people tomorrow in work, I guess.
Absolutely. Mental indeed. Nevertheless, we shall see you for this evening. It's got a bit late. We're going to pass on the
Yeah, I
interviews.
want to run.
The delay has been too much. The drama has been
There's a
too much.
VC waiting for me.
Yeah,
I need to join it.
we're going to call this one here, chats. Well, thank you all for taking part. And to the EU2 drivers, thank you very, very much for sitting around, even though we had that huge delay. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And we shall see you next week. I'm just going to pull up the calendar very quickly. so we can get a bit of hype generated for what is next week. We shall see you in Hungary at the Hungarian Grand Prix. That is certainly going to be an interesting one. So stay tuned and join us
Come
next
next
week,
week.
9 o'clock.
Find out what
Hopefully.
streamer's going to join and ruin it.
Yeah, there's a point. What streamer should join us next week? Who should we have? Should we try and get the man himself, Jana Watmere, down here?
Yeah, we'll get Yarno in. See what he's doing. Question
No.
mark. If a clip reaches him,
My, what a controversial Belgium. And again, salute, and we shall see you 9 p.m. next week, Wednesday. Your next lot of racing will be the AM2 in a couple of hours' time, and tomorrow the EU1 as always. But for us, that's it, and good night.
he's still fucking.